It's just saying that, like, motherfuckers never grew up with support. I had to get, my soul family, we had to get this shit out the mud. So fucking it, we never had support. We never had people, lifting us up when we down for anything. We had motherfuckers stumbling on us while we down. And guess what? Motherfucker, we had to still get up, roll the punches, put our back against the wall, and throw motherfucking punches back. You hear me? So it's like, saying that now and knowing that now, like, I'm also leaning to my soul family. I never had family, so I'm leaning towards my soul family. I know what I'm here, mother. You hear me? I'm carrying my bags. I'm carrying my bags. You hear me? I'm not carrying nobody else's bags. I'm carrying Monty's bags. Carrying these bags, they heavy because it's a lot of gifts and shit. Motherfuckers talk about Santa Claus and shit. Fuck no. I got my motherfucking bag, and it's like I see my family. I know I got all this healing. I got all this downloads, all these maps, and you hear motherfucking blueprints. Let me get to the table so I could sit this on the table and shit like that with my family and shit. Like, man, like, the depths for real. So it's like I never had the support. So I'm leaning towards my soul fam. I'm leaning towards my brother. I'm leaning towards my sister. I'm leaning towards God. I'm leaning towards the God. So guess what? In the midst of me having to pick myself up, there have been times where I stirred off the road, and I still found back myself on track. No one guided me, and I found myself back on track. So now me being with the gods and goddesses, it's like, and I see that we all been through this. Like, we try to come in together in person, but we end up isolating ourselves. We don't want to mess with people. And like, fuck no. I'm really gonna come across y'all path. Y'all gonna view this message. I'm like, bruh, y'all need to get the fuck up y'all ass. Y'all talking about y'all want to be around each other because y'all been through this. What the fuck that? I'm gonna be the one to remind motherfuckers. The fuck y'all don't want to. That shit a part of our hill. It made us who we are. So now we have to come together. It's an even more force and pull for us to come together. The fact that we've been through that, because that's another part of our healing. That's another chapter of our healing collectively. We had to go through that. We had to weed out the snakes. We had to weed out the motherfucking. We had to weed them out. So now we can see, like, all right, motherfucker, we right here real. Y'all connecting. We connect, like, damn. Y'all remember we've been through that cycle whole, bro. Like, that's why that happened. And we able to see, like, damn, this always been our soul family. We just had, like, a blockage in this energy. So now we able to come together. It's like, bro, I'm telling y'all, I remember so vividly, family, of how ancestors, and I knew it for sure. I can remember, like, if I close my eyes, I can remember that day when they first killed our ancestors. They killed out, we are the ancestors, but when they first destroyed the indigenous household, bro, I remember them slaughtering our fathers, raping our mothers, and I know for sure, my soul, I was one of the children that was dead, that they left in the blood. So now that I'm looking at this shit, bro, we gotta get this shit back in blood. How do we get this back in blood? We have to heal. So when we heal and we around each other and we collectively building each other up, we building our communities up. These motherfuckers can't come at us how they did our previous ancestors. We are the new ancestors. And the fact that we know how they came with our ancestors, motherfucker, they building cities, government buildings, all this shit over the top of our ancestors, the dead remains of our ancestors. And you telling me motherfuckers don't see this shit? We in low income housing areas, and us as indigenous people, we around each other, and they got us over the burial grounds of our ancestors. They killed off, and now we wonder why we killing each other. For one, they putting this shit in the music and everything. They feeding it to us in the music, the food, and everything. Now we wonder why we doing this. But also, it's deeper than that. We are on dead bodies, piled up dead bodies of our ancestors that came before us. And that energy, that enraged souls that never got a chance to be free, they still been trapped here. Why you think they got us in low-income communities and shit, and we killing each other, hurting each other? Because that energy, that chaos that our ancestors never got a chance to express is still there. But motherfuckers, they got us pointing the guns at each other and fighting over material shit. Fighting over shit that's not even worth it. That's not even worth it, motherfucker. You are more valuable than gold, motherfucker. This neuromelanin, this motherfucking, you hear me? More valuable than gold, motherfucker. Like that's why I'm here to remind you, because I know for sure I was one of the children that they killed our parents off, our ancestors off, our guardians off, and I know for sure I was the one that left, and my soul family, we was left in the blood to grieve over this shit. Lost in the wilderness. We are the fucking law of tribe. They talking about how the Egyptians enslaved people and shit like that. No, look how this is fucking Egypt. This is fucking Egypt, and we are the only beings that have been enslaved on our own planet and made us lose sight of who we are. So we are the fucking lost tribe. And y'all wonder why all these ancient tribes and shit, when you go to their land, these motherfuckers that invaders, they go to their land and shit, they getting deaded on sight. Y'all getting motherfucking took it out on sight. Motherfuckers got spears, they chucking this because they know what y'all did, and they gonna let you come on their plan, their You hear me? Where they at? And try to invade their shit like y'all did us. We are the fucking lost tribe, motherfucker. Like, man, and I know for sure Spirit's like, this is why we have to unite, because motherfuckers starting to remember now. The trenches starting to wake the fuck up. Motherfuckers don't want to do this shit the same no more. They don't want to do this shit no more. The trenches waking up. And I see this shit, and it's like, bruh, we on it, Spirit. And that's how I'm gonna leave it at that. Peace to the gods. Love.